Today, what I want to do is share with y'all some tools. I'm gonna share 10 things that y'all can use in your real estate investing business while we on this economic and worldly shutdown. Now, as I've been saying in recent videos, we are in a market shift, and we are in a situation where, the world is kind of isolating themselves from each other for obvious reasons, but we still have to get business done. So I'm gonna share with you 10 tools that I use in my business in order to really keep business moving, keep contracts coming in, still be able to sell properties at the end of the day. All that coming up. All right, so it's Jamel Gibbs here with the REI Education Academy, helping you close deals consistently in your real estate investing business, no matter what the situation is. So today, like I said, I'm gonna share with you 10 tools that you can start using in your business if you're not already, in order to be effective in getting deals and closing deals in today's market. All right, so the first thing you wanna do is get my software. I just launched a software called Investor Deal Pro. And in that software, you can run comparable sales, you can set up lead capture web pages, and you can do a lot of things digitally. And that's exactly where I'm going with this. You really want to become a digital real estate investor at this time. Again, being isolated from everyone else, you kind of have to go virtual with everything. So you want to be a digital real estate investor. That's the term that I phrased in my Investor Deal Pro software. You can check that out at investordealpro.com. And basically, in order to go digital, you need landing pages, which most investors have that stuff already. You need to be able to make offers over the phone. You need to be able to estimate repairs over the phone, which we'll talk about later on in this video as well. So definitely become a digital real estate investor. And we're going to talk about how to do that in the next step. Get a business Facebook account. Why do you need a business Facebook account? Well, remember in the first tip, I told you to go out and get some landing pages. You need a seller landing page. You need a buyer landing page. You need to be a digital real estate investor in today's market, especially with everything that's going on right now. So a good way to drive leads, and what's been working for me over the past month or so, I actually picked up 6 deals on Facebook this month. So you need to be running Facebook traffic to your landing pages. All right, so that's why you need a business Facebook account. Get familiar with how to run Facebook traffic in today's market. All right, y'all, now listen, third tip. If your phone is not ringing, then you're not in business. So naturally, you're gonna need a phone line in order to get your business going, in order to receive these incoming calls, in order for you to be able to get these motivated seller leads coming in, right? So one of the programs that I use in my real estate business is called CallRail. The reason why I use CallRail is because it allows you to have multiple phone numbers. I can have upwards of 10, 12, 15 phone numbers if I wanted to, in order to be able to drive leads into my business. The reason why you want to have multiple phone numbers in your real estate business is primarily because you operate using different lists. So for example, you might have a vacant property list. You might have a pre-foreclosure list. You might have a code violation list. If I have multiple lists, I'm gonna use different phone numbers for each campaign. So I wanna know where these leads are actually coming from. So CallRail allows you to track all of this stuff, and then you know where you should put your efforts at the end of the day in order to continue making money and driving leads into your business. So get a phone line. You gotta follow up with the leads once they come into the system, right? So what we're doing in order to follow up with our leads is we're using ringless voicemail, we're using text messaging, and we're using email blasts as well. All right, so you definitely want to use these systems. There's a lot of different platforms out there. I'm going to link some of them in the description box below. But use these platforms, set up your campaigns so that when you got these Facebook leads coming in, or if you decide to do postcards and things like that, you're actually following up with the individuals using platforms that will do this automatically for you. So again, ringless voicemail, text messaging, and email blasts work really well. And we even follow up with cold calls as well. And I'm gonna share with you how I'm doing that in another tip. All right, y'all, so you got your web pages, you got your phone line set up, you got your follow-up system in place, you got everything that you need in order to get things moving, in order to drive leads into your business. So the next thing you have to keep in mind is you have to be organized in your business. So in order to do that, we use a CRM system. Now, for those of you who don't know what a CRM system is, basically a customer relationship management platform. All right, now I'm embedding something like that into my software, which is Investor Deal Pro. Again, you can check that out at investordealpro.com. But for right now, there's other platforms out there that you can get started with as well. You can use Podio is one of them, or you can use Trello, which is another one as well. Podio is going to be more advanced. Trello is more for the beginner who's just getting started and don't have a large budget. So definitely get familiar with these platforms and get organized in your real estate investing business as well. Tip number 6, get a virtual assistant. I use a site called onlinejobs.ph. Let me repeat that, onlinejobs.ph. That's where I hire all of my virtual assistants. The PH basically stands for Philippines. So I'm hiring a lot of virtual assistants from overseas, all right? And I usually pay them about $4 an hour plus a percentage of the deals that they get. So for example, my acquisition specialist, he'll get $4 an hour, and then I pay him 5% of the deals that he get on the contract, and we actually close. So he'll get paid after the closing. But what am I using my virtual assistants for? They're doing cold calling. Remember I told you in a previous tip, you want to be following up. After you do all your follow-ups, make sure you're cold calling them. I have a virtual assistant that I'm paying $4 an hour to cold call multiple times, multiple leads every single day. They're calling a couple of hundred leads every single day. They also do all my acquisitions and my dispositions. So you definitely want to get a virtual assistant in order to operate your business virtually and be able to have a hands-off business at the same time. Tip number 7. Now I've been talking about this tip a lot in my previous videos. These last couple of videos that I've done recently is because we're in a situation right now, we're virtual, so we gotta adjust. We have to think outside the box. So here's what I'm doing. I'm using Zoom in order to show properties and in order to see properties. So my virtual assistant, he'll actually have the seller walk through the property on Zoom, and he's actually recording the entire conversation. He's recording the entire property. So now we have a video that we can send out to the buyers. We also have the seller take a picture of each room. We're uploading it in the Google Drive, and then what we're doing is we're providing the links to our buyers so that they can actually see the properties in order for us to be able to sell these properties. So use Zoom, use one of these video apps. You can even use your phone if you're local. Walk through the house and record a video. Send it over to your buyers and get these properties sold. All right, y'all, so tip number 8. What you want to do is make sure you have a Craigslist account. You want to make sure you have a YouTube account, and also make sure you subscribe to this page when you get a YouTube account. And also you want to make sure you have your Facebook account so that you can get access to the Facebook marketplace. So now that you have leads coming in, you have everything set up in place in order for you to be able to get deals. The next thing you need to do is have an opportunity or have a platform to be able to sell these deals. And in order to sell these deals, we're using Craigslist. Believe it or not, Craigslist still works. We're actually getting a lot of buyers off of Craigslist over the last month or so. Remember, people are home right now, so people are online. They're looking for deals, and Craigslist is gonna be one of the first places they actually go. Facebook Marketplace, same thing. A lot of people spend a lot of time on Facebook, so use the Facebook Marketplace. Post your deals on the Facebook Marketplace. And also, when you're doing these videos, remember I spoke to you about walking through the house or having a seller record the videos for you. Post those videos on your YouTube page, and that's gonna help you in taking that link and then sending that link over to your buyers so that you can get these properties sold. So use these platforms. You gotta be virtual today. You gotta be able to sell these deals, and this is how we're doing it in order to be able to drive buyers to our deals. All right, everybody, so now that we have all of the major stuff out of the way, you know how to find deals, you know how to organize things, you know how to find buyers. The next thing you need to know is how to get your contract signed. So what we're doing is using DocuSign in order to get all of our agreements signed with our motivated sellers and our buyers on the other end as well. DocuSign is relatively cheap. All you need to do is go to DocuSign.com. I'll link it in the description box below. But use this account, get familiar with DocuSign. It's a great way to get your agreements taken care of, and that way you don't have to see anybody, right? You can do everything virtually and still do business in today's market. So make sure you get a DocuSign account. Last but not least, tip number 10, you gotta have a bank account. This is obvious, right? So what we do and what we've been doing for years, again, you know, this is not new to us. We've been doing this for a long time. But all we do is we have the closing attorney, they wire the funds into our bank account. So make sure you have a bank account set up. If you have a business, make sure you have a business bank account, and make sure you get an attorney who's willing to wire those funds directly into your account. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Be sure to like this video. Let me know if you like these types of videos in the comments below so that I can create more videos just like it. You know, I got a lot of feedback on the last video I put out that was similar to this one. Also, you know, obviously I can't cover virtual real estate investing in 10 tips. You know, there's a lot of moving parts to this type of business model. So if you want to hear more about virtual real estate investing and what I'm doing to transition and what we've been doing by incorporating some things into our real estate business to remain profitable, leave a comment below. Let me know what questions you have in regards to virtual real estate investing or creative real estate investing, which is another one of our specialties. And you know, I'll go ahead and create more future content like that as well. But in order for you to receive that content, you gotta like this video, you gotta subscribe to this channel, you gotta click the notification bell, and I want you to share this video with all your friends as well. This is the #1 channel where you're gonna get the real estate investing information that you need for your real estate investing business. This is Jamel Gibbs, and I'll talk to you later. Peace.